David Shearer.
I appreciate the choice there, Mr. Chair. And it was a difficult choice because of talent standing there waiting to be called. I'd like to refer to part two on this debate, Mr. Chair. In particular, I'd like to go to the consequential amendments that's in Clause 97, and in particular in Schedule 1 under the first heading, which is Land Transport Driver Licensing Rule 1999, and just come back to some of the comments that were made earlier on in the debate just about driver licensing and the age of driver licensing, because actually when you look at it, it may well be that out there the public overall is probably perhaps is supportive of putting the driver age up, and that's possibly because we haven't explained the issues around doing that, and the inconvenience it's going to cause for young people, and particularly young people getting, as Louisa Wall explained in her contribution earlier, getting to sports practices and what it meant for her to be able to do that. But also, I think it's the point about the evidence, which I don't think we have explained sufficiently, because the gut reaction is to quietly up the age and expect that the upping the age will somehow bring about a lower death toll. Actually, there's no evidence to support that at all. And we find ourselves as the Labor Party on the same side, rarely on the same side as Federated Farmers. And in fact, the National Party on the other side of the fence from Federated Farmers. And I'd like to say I completely understand their point of view, Mr. Chair, of being on the side. And overwhelmingly, and the Chair will appreciate this, that overwhelmingly in Southland they support the age remaining at 15 and not being raised to 16, Mr. Chair. And here's a couple of here's some of the evidence behind that. In 1986, 15 to 19-year-olds caused 16.9% of deaths on our roads. In 2006, it had dropped by 5% down to just 11.7%. There's no doubt that young drivers on our roads are better, certainly not by any means perfect, and as we've heard before, certainly they are still in the higher percentiles of causing accidents. But I read out before, when I took a contribution earlier, that even in countries, in the United States as one, for example, where the age limit is higher, their death rate from young drivers is much higher than it is for New Zealand. So just simply raising the age is not going to be a cure-all for bringing down the death toll. In fact, what we know fairly conclusively is no matter what the death toll, certainly under the age of 25, no matter what the death toll, if it's the 2 years after they complete their licence, which is the most dangerous area. And Steve Chadwick, in her contribution earlier on, made a couple of, I think, very important points about our approach to this particular issue. That if we have better driver education, if we extend the learner period, if we drop the alcohol under 20 down to zero, then we actually have a much better chance of bringing down that 11.7% much further than it is at the moment. So, Mr. Chair, in this short contribution, I just wanted to come back to Schedule 1, Schedule 1, which outlines the raising of the age limit from 15 to 16 and 6 months years of age, and there's some other complications or details around that as well, and just point out that in no way does the evidence actually support that. In fact, what it's going to do is actually seriously disadvantage many of the youngsters who are very responsible, who are driving cars responsibly in the countryside as well. Thank you, Mr. Chief.
Darian Feenton.
Chair.